this. So just see my dog's outside right now, so hopefully she stays quiet, but I will go ahead and get right into the tarot, see what the message is for this evening coming through. When you receive this message will be the right time to receive this message, okay? Sometimes things like that happen in life. It's like if we knew everything all at once, our brains might go into overload. So if you've been overloaded, definitely unload, and the full moon is a good time to unload, right? So, okay, I'm gonna have to turn my TV on so I have some backlight here in the room. It just like happened to automatically go off. And dance by the light of the moon. Oh Lord, I gotta turn it on some like meditation music or something, you guys. Holy smokes. This is too funny. What the heck? I don't even have that peacock. Okay. You know what I mean? There's a lot of subscriptions out there. See if I can't find some chill meditation thing that I'm subscribed to, perhaps. Or dog TV. Same difference. It's kind of kind of like that. There's a zillion different like dog TV things, but it's like good if you have to, like when you're at work or something. If you're somebody who has to go into the office, turn that on for your dog so they don't have any separation anxiety. I think it does help them. So, I mean, we use our devices, right, for company. Why shouldn't they when we're not available? So, we wish we could be available for them 24/7, but it doesn't always work out that way, does it? No, it does not. And that's true for also other people in our life, and maybe at one time you were available for somebody 24/7, but now is really not that time. You have to be available for you 24/7. That's what the message is coming through at the moment. Let's keep going with this card pull here. Again, I'm using my tarot deck that I got from the Spirit Halloween store. This one I think is the deluxe version. That's why it has the holographs on it. The Knight of Swords, Barbarian. Somebody wanting to express something to you in a passionate way, right? I think of that movie like Conan the Barbarian. Wasn't that Arnold Schwarzenegger, who later went on to become governor of California, right? And he's not the only actor to become a politician. He just happens to be a foreign-born actor that became a politician. Like Ronald Reagan was an actor in the 50s and 40s and 30s or whatever, that ended up being the governor. I think he was governor also of California, and then became a presidential candidate and served 2 terms as president. Which surprisingly enough, I mean, he was also viewed as very elderly and perhaps taken over by like Alzheimer's or something during his second term, but he was elected and served those 4 terms or 4 years until 4 terms. That's back in FDR time. They don't do that anymore. 6 of Cups. They made an amendment. I can't remember which amendment it is, but it's in our Constitution. Anyway, 6 of Cups. Jenny Greenteeth is crossing this situation. Jenny is a little greedy, this Jenny, okay? This is not the 8675309 Jenny. This is kind of like she's a little sewer maiden-y, a little bit, Jenny. I bet you there is a Wikipedia article on this character, so you may want to go check that out. That may be a specific message for somebody especially if you are this resonating with this Knight of Swords energy, wanting to be able to communicate with somebody, and you're like, look, I need to get this out, and I don't care if I look kind of foolish doing it. um I mean, like actors do, right? um like Phyllis Diller, like I believe famously mentioned that she used to dress up in these crazy outfits, to get people's attention, right? She really knew nobody was going to take her actually seriously as a comic or anything, but she still got everybody's attention, right? Dolly Parton, very similar strategy, but a very smart woman, right? If you know anything about her, okay. Seven of Pentacles, Gremlins. This came out in the last reading, you guys. And this is in your foundation. So I feel like you're letting go of some of those gremlins. Like you're accepting that some of these things are going to happen, right? But you're not letting it stop your progress. No. And there's people that want to like hop on this ride to like they want to hop on the ride of your progress, but they don't contribute anything. So then they become a gremlin, right? And you're like, look, I'm not trying to add to the gremlins. I'm just trying to, manage the gremlins that I have, right? Because we all know there's going to be a new gremlin coming up, right? I don't need your help, Jenny, right? This is Jenny with a G on here, by the way. I've also seen Jenny spelled Ginny, right? So, just for the sake of the collective's knowledge here on the folklore being exhibited on these jobs here. In the recent past, what is the message here? Yeah, the Strength card, Leo. And look at whose season we've crossed into, really, right? During this buck moon, I think. I feel like for a lot of us, that's why some of this full moon is so intense. But at the same time, it's like, because it is Leo, it's like, deal with it. Because Leos are like, people think Leos are about drama and stuff because they're so extroverted and everything. It's like, no, actually, they're just kind of matter of fact. They're actually pretty blunt. You know what I mean? If you really do know somebody born under that sign. Um, and I think it's just, it's that burst of energy that's getting the job done, right? So every time you keep firing, you're moving forward, you're working through these gremlins here that, arrive in all of our foundations. But what does it teach us, right? It teaches us how to mend and repair those things. Okay. Okay. What is in the crown here? I'm doing a Celtic cross here, guys. What is this? Yes. I'm loving how the cards are just falling out. 10 of Wands, the dragon. This is kind of funny that fire is coming out of his mouth and that the Leo fiery strength card was here as well. Because it's like I said, like sometimes, like a comment, like somebody's comment can be kind of bitey. Even Cancerian energy can be kind of bitey, right? If they're a crab, right? Um, and so some people might take a Leo's, and it's maybe because they don't dance around it, right? They'll just come directly at you with it, and that's why it's like, damn, that was a, but that Ohio Players song, that fire, is that Ohio Players? I don't know. Anyway, um, yeah. Let's see what else. Let's see what else. If you're into crystals, guys, charge your crystals up under the moonlight, right? I could see the glow of the moon last night, but not the moon itself where I was. It was very cloudy. So that was kind of a bummer. So I'm hoping tonight is more clear. Would be nice. In the upcoming here, looking forward, as we were doing, right? As we were doing with that Seven of Pentacles, those gears are turning. Knight of Cups. Genie. It's kind of weird that this is Jenny and then this is Genie here. But this Genie looks like he has like devil horns. So you know how it is in those movies, right? Think about those movies with the genie. It's like, oh, everyone's so happy that they run into the genie, right? Oh, the genie's gonna grant you everything, right? And then somebody overshoots or they wished for 4 instead of 3 or whatever it was, or, and then it's like, genie tricked you. Then, maybe the genie will go back in its bottle or go away, or, your fortune's reversed and you might be worse off too, right? Um, you know, I feel like collective, whoever's coming at you to try and reunite with you, that's the thing. It's like, you're like, well, what kind of genie are you trying to pull here? You know? Like you want to be hot one minute and then you're cold the next. Well, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces there too. All right. And that's, that could be something pulling at the collective here with this full moon. But the theme that I've had through most of these readings is this full moon is more reflecting the strength of the collective. It's not getting over emotional about stuff, you know? And it's kind of like, for some of you guys, it's like just another day. And it's not that you're jaded. It's just, look, I'm like, yeah, got it. Got it. Check out this turbo booster, man. You know what I mean? It's like, powered by my dragon. Yeah. It's just, like, who gives a, you know? Um, if you're sleeping soundly somewhere tonight, you're doing all right. Okay? Could be a lot worse off, let me tell you. Whew, boy. I tell you, when I was out in Vegas, and there was, it was so hot out there, you guys. There's people that live on the street out there. That's a rough life. That's not a life a lot of people want to, or thinking that they're going to be choosing, right? Yeah. Anyway. And I feel like for some of you, it's kind of that. It's like you may have felt, in a way, destitute. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like for a lot of you, it's just like, you know what? You decided to chalk it up to a gremlin, right? And you're like, okay, well, I can get through that, right? Like this one person, I saw him twice in the same day. Later in the day, was better off than he had been before. I'll just say that. You know what I mean? Sometimes it is a slow roll. 14 on the clock, okay? May be significant for somebody. It also goes down to 5, which 5 is a powerful number for change, okay? Who's on the nickel? Mr. Thomas Jefferson. The Knight of Pentacles, Warrior. Very interesting, you guys. You started off with the Knight of Swords. Now you have the Knight of Cups. And now you have the Knight of Pentacles. This is very unusual. Very. Do multiple queens pop out? Do multiple kings pop out? 3 knights, though. It's a full moon. Okay. So, the Knight of Pentacles is what? This is about, slow and steady wins the race. This particular card shows a warrior, but like a medieval type warrior. Somebody is like, could be like really old school, and there's that line in that movie. Then they say, I'm about to get medieval on your ass. Is that Pulp Fiction, you guys? So. If you've never seen that movie, you may enjoy it. It's by Quentin Tarantino. His movies are quite violent also, and this guy's like swinging the sword, this axe or mallet or whatever. It's a mace. It's kind of weird. It looks like a mallet with a mace on it. Sorry, you guys. It's so dark in here, but I'm not. It's gonna continue to be a nighttime reading, so. There's like fire in the background too. This is a very violent card. Okay. Um, I'm gonna say something about this too, and especially because it is an earth sign, and when that comes to like finances and stuff, remember, people get money hungry. Okay. So again, depending on who this is that wants to reunite with you, like, what's that about, right? I feel like some of you are thinking like it's because it's what you stand for, right? That they're gonna benefit from it, right? But it's like you want to make sure the right person's benefiting from it. That's why this Knight of Cups is here, this kind of genie, this like kind of warning almost. All right, so it's kind of wild. She's been out, like, you know what I mean? It's just, the animals, they get tickled by this energy as well, right? But for a lot of us, they are our comfort and our companions, right? Judgment here in your environment, the three-headed dog. So, who is passing through these gates, right? Yeah, I heard feed off your energy. Perhaps that's what people have done in the past, and you started putting up boundaries, and then people are like, oh, why are you so mean and nasty? Na, 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 na. Like, I can't remember if I posted to my Facebook or whatever. Anyway, I reposted something. It was like some lady joking about. She's like, these crackheads now, I get mad when I don't give them some. She's like, crackheads used to want to work for some. But it's that kind of thing. It's this entitlement. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, well, you don't think I had to work for anything? And if you even attempted to walk, oh, you didn't even make it that far? Okay, then why don't you just take a seat, right? And who's to say that your goals were the same? So why be jealous and hating now? It doesn't even make sense. It doesn't make sense. But that's just, there's somebody I watched and she calls it petty university. I mean, it's like, oh man, and the rest of us are like, you know what? I'm just gonna be merrily I roll along. So fa la 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 la. Hey, don't get mad at me. I know people that play Christmas music all year around, and I think part of that collective is that people like things that um, bring them joy, right? Bring them peace, bring them harmony, right? So, if certain things don't pass the test, the judgment, then, if they get stripped out, that's only going to be for your highest good as well, right? So, if somebody's trying to create some kind of attachment to you here, especially like this Jenny Green Teeth card, Don't be afraid, like this Knight of Swords could be like, oh no, we're gonna cut that up like real quick. You know, this also could be somebody like I hate you guys wanting to get like knocked up. I'm just telling you. I'm telling you. You better watch it, y'all. You know. How many baby mamas you want? So that's your business, right? Um, right. All right. King of, wow, you guys, this King of Wands again. This is in the hopes and fears. Is this you guys? I feel like this is you guys. The strength card here too. This Leo. This you guys could be a Leo here, and there could be people like, are they gonna be bitey with me? You know, I think the thing here with Anubis is that, you know, his head is like an animal head. So it's kind of like you're following your instincts with this collective. Okay, so if you're worried about that, just keep following your instincts. And I feel like your instincts are going to be revealed to be right to you in this moon cycle here as things get displayed. Yeah. Oh my God, you guys, there's some corgis on TV. See, dog TV is not just for dogs. I have one dog right now, you know, like, do we really need a second dog? My dog's kind of they said she was a solo dog anyway. She does, like, get along with other dogs sometimes, but, you know, I don't, you know, they just mentioned, you know, and she was a mama dog too, so she has that mama, mama bear instinct. Five of Pentacles, shaman. You guys, what was I saying about the number five? Wow. And usually, like, the Five of Pentacles is that feeling of being left out, but this is like a shaman is transformational. This is like, this is like somebody that's saying, like, oh, I got divorced, they got half, she got half, or he got, you know, whatever. And then it was like, and then you were free to transform into the majestic being that you are, right? Like nothing else is holding you back. There's a lot, and there's fire on this card as well. There's fire on this card. There's fire on the judgment card. The King of Wands is fire energy, right? Um, this Knight of Cups kind of has this fiery around this demon genie. The Ten of Wands, it's a fire breathing dragon. The Strength card, again, Leo, this Griffin here, and that's fire, fiery, right? Like there's fire all around you. Even with this slowpoke ass moving Knight of Pentacles. Maybe this is why it's by the Spirit of Halloween deck. All of a sudden, somebody decided to get up and move their tail, right? um, Somebody also could have been tailing you in a way, like tracking, kind of like, oh, well, I know their routine. They do this and they do that, and they're like, okay. Anyway, Justice here, on the bottom of the deck. Overall energy, wings, right? Red Bull giving us wings. It actually kind of looks like one of those She-Ra characters, you know. Um, it says Valkyrie here. She's wearing like these high-heeled boots. This is like, So it's almost like, yeah, somebody with this Nine of Cups pushing it, right? With this genie, right? Like I was saying earlier. And like seeing how far they can get away with it. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, but you know what? Justice does not forget, right? Has the number 8 here, which this year is they say is a karmic year with 2024. Adding to the number 8, I'm gonna go ahead and get a response for you guys, okay, on this energy here with this other deck. See if any other messages come through regarding things that you may need to know. On the bottom of the deck starts with judgment, so I don't think it's something to worry about. Like, I feel like collective, if you are this King of Wands, it's like you know you didn't get to that position by not encountering your shadow side. So you're not afraid of this judgment that's around. Other people might be afraid of it because maybe they haven't gone through their, dark night of the soul, or they haven't faced the man in the mirror. Like, you ever hear that song? Michael Jackson. You ever hear that guy? Okay. All right. Even the library's got books on him, right? Anyway. Oh my god, it's like a baby corgi puppy. Oh my goodness. The sweetest. Their coat is, it's so light. It's almost like a peach color with the white. It's like, like a white and tan, but it's almost like peach. Too cute. That's what the Queen of England has, right? She loves her corgis. Can see why. My goodness, if you could have that many corgis, right? Now, let's see what else we have here. Yeah, see these dogs with the dog, like, yeah. See, mine was a rescue, so she has a little bit of that separation anxiety, guys. 4 of Cups. Yeah, I feel like this is some of that. It's like, yeah, kind of been screwed up in the past, and then, kind of forgetting what might be available to you, okay, for somebody here. I'm gonna have to zippity doo-dah this out because my power's gonna run out here. Strength card again, Leo. Somebody could be dealing with a Leo or have Leo in their chart that wants to reunite with you. However, if it is this person, you may want to question their motives, all right? The 3 of Swords. Yeah. For some of you, whoever this is, this person is part of the reason why you have some of the problems that you do, right? So it's like, why do you want to invite that, back into your life? Okay. And these are people that never offered to fix things or make amends or make it right a long time ago when they had there plenty of opportunity. Okay. But sometimes people want an audience for these things, right? Yeah. Okay. Now the 9 of Wands. Okay. Strength card. Yeah. What is that? It's like a Moby song. I'm trying to think of it. King of Pentacles. Yeah, you may have been bruised and beaten, but you're coming out on top. Yeah, and the King of Pentacles, if there's somebody doing business, yeah, they're when they hit their 10 of Wands, it's like, yeah, this meeting is done, right? I'm over this conversation, like the contract's null and void. And I'm keeping my money in my pocket because I'm not putting it into the idiot box. Okay? Let's see here. Knight of Cups. Clarified with the sun. Yeah. I don't think this person's going to get anything by you. Alright? Um, you may entertain the flirtation, I feel like, for some of you. But I don't think you're going to, like, spend a lot of time on it. You know, it's like checking your Tinder account. Like, really, does anyone even care, right? It's nothing ever comes from any of it anyway, right? 9 of Cups. Okay, yeah. It's like, yeah, well, I've seen this game before, right? And that's why this 9 of Cups came out. And you're saying like, yeah, I don't need to, you know, homie, don't play that. We're good. So. Diana Ross and the Supremes, You Keep Me Hanging On, also performed by Vanilla Fudge. Check it out. Let's see here. Clarifying the judgment card. Quickly, so we can get out of here before the power goes off on this thing, the world card. Yeah, for some of you, you are like going to be completely closing chapters with some people and opening new chapters with other people. You know, it's just one of those things. Like, and for some people, it can be very traumatic. Like, you know, like switching schools or, you know, graduating high school. And then it's like maybe you go to college in a completely different town. You have to make like all new friends, you know, or um, whatever. You know, that's just one example, right? But, you know, there's the new opportunities as well, right? That now, would you get rid of those things? You know what I mean? It's like, do you want your apartment when you were 20 some years old, or do you want to keep the house that you have now? You know what I mean? Like, it all depends on your goals, of course. But make sure it's your goals, right? And I think that's why this judgment is here to protect you. Okay? Yeah, 8 of Swords. Yeah, a lot of people are going to be unsure about you because they don't know where your head's at. Yeah. They might be trying to send you some kind of messages, but you're like, look, I don't see it, I don't hear it, taste, touch, feel it. We're what how can I make a contract out of thin air? Who am I, Houdini? Chris Angel with and David Copperfield. Come on, man. Got a clue. Jesus Christ. 3 of Cups. Yeah, again, often the 3 of Cups. You guys, that channel song, You Keep Me Hanging On, by Diana Ross and the Supremes. There was always 3 ladies singing, and there's 3 ladies on this card holding their cup ups. Looks like they're dancing around having a good time to me. Okay. Just like I said with this 5 of Pentacles, like a lot of times it's like this shut out card, blah blah, but you're like, nah. Some of you took that, went on a shopping spree, and you're like, wow, this is awesome. Okay. Use your own discernment for consequences, right? But I feel like a lot of you are just like, yeah, you're putting this heartbreak hotel BS. Back out, 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 right? Like, Beyonce says in a box to the left, Ricky Lake used to say, "You out, you out." And they would, right? Okay. Five of Cups, again, on the bottom of the deck. This person wants you to feel sorry for them, and you're just like not really having it, okay? And it's not like this person is unstable, okay? I mean, everybody has, modest things here or there, or maybe it's just the way you display things, right? Um, or people see, like this 10 of Cups here that you're enduring, and wow, yeah, Four of Wands. Okay. They see this out of you, right? And they think that it takes more of something that they don't have. But the truth is that there are tools and resources available to them, right? Kind of like this, the Five of Cups card, which, yeah, oh yeah, the party that never happened. It's always like, oh, the party must have been so awesome, right? Okay. And then, but it's like they're like sitting here not even looking at the 2 cups that they have, like sitting right here. Okay. Like, if you can't handle this, then what makes you think you can handle that? I'm gonna get out of here, guys. So this was a completely tarot deck read tonight. I didn't pull any oracle messages. If you're looking for that for out of this full moon, I did several of those readings the last few days. So please do go to the community tab and check those out. I'm not sure when I'll be back on, as I've mentioned before, my schedule does vary as I do other things than just do readings and, have the other things to manage. So, as a lot of you do, right? And that's why it's just like this 9 of Cups here is just like, I feel like you guys are just feeling very content. Because it's like, yeah, you're managing yourself, you're staying out of drama, you're like above the fray, right? You're investing in yourself, you know? Somebody wants you to kiss their booty or whatever, and you're like, actually, I'll bet, you know, I'll do you one better and get on my pony and ride on the F out of here because I don't give a rat's monkey tail. All right? It's pretty simple. Some people make their bed and they don't want to lay in it, right? It's like, well, I'm not gonna lie for you at this point. I can't be the victim and your defense attorney at the same time, right? Think about that, okay? Isn't it always funny in the courtroom and they're like, oh, the victim speaks from beyond the grave, right? It's like they thought, even then, they thought, well, if I can shut that person up, right? But then, what happens? If it's not the perp, telling on themselves in the first place, all right? So, again, you being content here, collective, is more along the lines of what you're supposed to be doing, okay? Just because somebody else is pissing and moaning because they didn't work as hard, you know? Or, other people have different situations, right? But then that's when a lot of codependency starts creeping, right? And again, 9 of Cups. You're very, very independent here. Part of the reason you have the Strength card here is this 9 of Wands. So all of this crossing you right now, it's like, yeah, I feel like you do have the power to resist, right? Right? You know, and some of that starts with the truth, right? Like with the Knight of Swords. Like, oh, you had a one night stand with so and so, yeah. I bet it really meant the world, didn't it? Oh, and then you never talked to him after, or you barely talked to him after, or even better yet, you left him with a kid that they had to take care of and barely checked in on that. Yeah, I bet that was real special, that relationship. Who's living in a fantasy now, right? Okay. So, yeah, that's why it's so loosely held together here with this Eight of Swords. That's I couldn't figure that out. Now it's making sense. And I don't even have to get that. That's next level, guys. I don't even have to get that specific. You know if that situation applies to you. Okay. All right. I'm gonna get out of here. Until next time, please do manifest wisely. Like the video or subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell if you would like to receive a push notification to your phone or by email. Right. Till next time. Bye bye.